Neonatal intensive care is the care of babies who need a little extra help at birth. It can be anything from as mild as a baby who just needs an hour or so of time to learn to breathe properly to a premature baby who needs intense nursing intervention and doctor care for months.
We initially did have concerns that we wouldn't be able to stay at Kootenai just because we were having twins.
We were very concerned about not being able to have them here at Kootenai. The day the kids were born was pretty special. My office got a phone call and they said, "You better come talk to Sarah because she's at the doctor's," and she says, "We're having the babies and we got to do it now."
We were so nervous. We knew the babies were early. They were 6 weeks early, but we knew we were in great hands at neonatologists and the MDs. Everybody made sure we knew exactly what to expect.
It was pretty special. It was a lot of stuff going on at once. Obviously 2 teams of nurses and doctors.
Those babies came out and they were tiny and they went straight to the NICU and they just started taking great care of them.
And the neat thing was the kids came out, they were with the nurses and the doctors for maybe a minute or 2 and they were right in our arms.
From the moment that a mom comes into our intensive care unit, she's put to work. We let her change the diapers, we have her take the baby's temperature, we have her interact fully with the staff and with her infant from the very beginning.
We got up to feed him at night. The nurses would come get us if we didn't wake up. I mean, we were there for every single feeding, which was every 3 hours for 18 days, which was it was a lot, but I can't imagine having to do it any other way. I mean, we were right there 20 feet from our babies the whole time. I wouldn't have been able to breastfeed. Definitely, if I would have had to drive every day back and forth, I just wouldn't have been able to spend the time I needed to spend.
I think the most important asset we have here at Kootenai Health is our staff, and that can't be purchased. We have some wonderful people here that I'm working with, and I'm really proud to be associated with them.
The nurses at the Kootenai NICU were just phenomenal.
The nurses and the doctors, everybody wasn't just doing their job. They were doing it because they cared about us and wanted everybody as happy and healthy as possible.
Charlie and Gracie were born about 7 weeks early, and boy and girl. And normally at 33 weeks gestation, these children would have needed to be transferred to Spokane. They needed incubators, they needed to be able to keep warm, they needed 2 feedings. They had no problems with their breathings, but they needed some things that couldn't be provided in a normal, standard newborn nursery.
Dr. Webb was awesome. I remember she came in the night, I had to spend a night in the hospital before I had the babies, and she came in that night and sat down with us and just really made sure we had all our questions were answered and we knew exactly what to expect.
Dr. Webb was phenomenal. She wanted us to feel so relaxed and comfortable with where the babies were.
The fact that they were twins made things very challenging for their parents. This is a lot of work for anyone having a new baby, but particularly if you have twins, and particularly if you have preemie twins. Imagine trying to do that while you're away from home at the same time.
And she was just the best doctor we could have asked for.
Being able to care for them here at Kootenai allowed the parents to be able to stay here in the unit until their babies could go home. This was a wonderful thing for us and for the family, and it was fun to watch Charlie and Gracie grow and do so well. Charlie's a big guy and Gracie's kind of little, but she sure held her own. You could always see her fighting off her brother in the incubator to see who could get there first.
Gracie has always been this little tiny firecracker. She was only 3.5 pounds. Her eyes were always open and she just, I don't know, there was just something about her that was just this little tiny firecracker. And Charlie has always been a little bit more chill.
It's hard to imagine a person being that small. They were happy and they were just ready to be out seeing the world.
Here at Kootenai, they're caring for their baby from the very beginning. And once they are ready to go home, they feel prepared. And we're prepared to let them go.
If our kids had to have gone to a larger hospital elsewhere outside of Coeur d'Alene, outside of Kootenai Medical Center, I think it would have been a difficult transition for us. We essentially lived in the hospital for 18 days and Kootenai was able to accommodate not only Sarah obviously, but me too, so I was able to stay with them.
It's really important for Kootenai to have its own NICU because I think every mother should have the opportunity that I did to be as close as possible to her babies in those first days that are just so important for everybody. And we have a huge community that needs this kind of support. Thank you for making my baby's first days the best they could have been. Everybody loved us there. I mean, they were loved, and that was the most important thing. I mean, they were cared for, but they were loved.